I was watching a video of David Bowie where he was discussing the fact that artists rather talk about the processes behind what they create rather than talking about anything else. And I can actually relate to that. And so I really wanted to give it a try by recording some thoughts and processes on how I got to the latest article that I wrote, which is called A Love Letter to the People of Life, quietly noticing what you love and deeply loving what you notice. So going straight right into it, the thing that makes me smile the most is that I pretty much wrote the entire article in less than 30 minutes during my flight from Rome to Warsaw, which happened a couple of weeks ago. I was in this blissful state where I was very blessed and very grateful for the days that I have experienced in Rome, where I met not only friends of mine, but I've met a lot of new people. And I like to pay attention and notice to the small things that people do, or to the small things that people get excited about. And therefore, when I was on the airplane and I was looking back at those days, just this immense sense of gratefulness came in. I actually started writing about my mom, which I had a very hard relationship with before she passed away. And so I was just writing this note on the fact that even considering everything that we went through, even considering the fact that before she passed away, we hadn't talked that much for like 10 years, I still loved her anyway. And from there on, that motive of writing, I love you, Mom, just transformed into something else. And I started writing under that blissful state, also other things that I loved, or also other people that I loved. And so I started this motive, which is exactly the one that you can now see on the article, which starts like, I love people and I love my friends, being them the most ordinary forms. I love M, laughing uncontrollably, S, talking extremely loud after sleep, G, maniacally tidying up tree count, or F, studying Wikipedia before visiting the place. And when I started this process of listing down and remembering and noticing the cool things that my friends did, the article just flew in very naturally. In fact, as I said before, the article was pretty much completed in under 30 minutes. Finalizing the thing, that's where I spent actually most of the time. So I literally took 1 week refinishing it. And the interesting thing about is that a lot of the things that I wrote within the week after it actually got deleted. And there is this very, from one side, painful process, from the other side, cool process, where to get what you really want to get from an artistic point of view, you have to continuously add and remove things until you find the truth to which you are mostly aligned with. So that's really what happened to me. Although the only thing that remained of the week, beside of course slight adjustments or any refinements, is the end paragraph, which goes like this. This life I'm gonna have myself a real good time with people. A grand life overall, an abundant journey of love. Family dinner, a rush, a glance, a touch, a dance, a look in somebody's eyes to light up the skies and open the world and send reeling. A voice that says I'll be here and you'll be alright. An ecstasy-full pool, a record of shooting stars, a film of adventures, a show of racing cars, tigers leaping through the sky, traveling at the speed of light, excited particles of atomic rays, a rat-tat-tat on my heart. I give and receive without expectations. I see the world with curiosity and awe. I love the all of you. I love this part, and I really love how I got into it, because reading the rest of the article, I just thought that it was going to be a little bit boring for other people, because anyway, it is this repetition of things that I love about my friends. So I just thought that people couldn't really relate to that because, yeah, these are just friends of mine. Although there are some bits of people in general. So I really wanted to add something that could relate with people more, or that could anyway excite people. And so, more or less, I wrote this part at the beginning, but it really felt odd because all of the article is very, I don't know, has this quiet mode, these almost poetical vibes to it, these philosophical, relaxing sensation into it. And so putting this very high energy paragraph at the beginning of it just felt odd. I actually always prefer to basically end the article if needed on a higher tone compared to what I had started. So I just put it at the end, and I think that in that part at the end really worked very well, because it's pretty much celebrating in a very exciting way everything that I wrote before. I guess it's very similar to having a laugh, breaking up the tension, or being very excited about having a philosophical conversation with a friend. So you're very excited about the conversation after it has happened, but the conversation itself is very quiet, it's very moody, as it often happens when you talk about deep things. Talking about this end part, what is very interesting to me is that I had a couple of versions of it, and all of them are really, in the end, pieces of other things that I've seen in the past. And in fact, this is also like a topic that I wanted to discuss today with you, which is originality. I think it's kind of overrated, or anyway is misunderstood. Because when people think about creating something, they always think that they have to create something from zero. I don't think that can be true in any way whatsoever within human life, because in the end, what we are, we're just like bodies with a machine learning model in our head. So everything that we do is pretty much like a digested process of something else that we experienced in the past. And so yeah, I just wanted to give an example of how this paragraph, which might seem original to some people in the traditional term, it is really not the original. So first of all, and this is actually the whole article itself, the whole article really is an anaphora, which is defined as an anaphora is a rhetorical device that consists of repeating a sequence of words at the beginning of clauses and verses. And the reason why I use that is because in middle school, I fell in love with this song by Pink Floyd, and the song is Eclipse, which is the last song of The Dark Side of the Moon. And pretty much the song is an anaphora, and it starts by all that you touch, all that you see, all that you taste, all that you feel, all that you love, and so on. So other things that I've almost copy-pasted in it, the song by Queen, Don't Stop Me Now, this life I'm gonna have myself a real good time with people, and 95% of the words are actually come from the song. Also other verses of my article, racing cars, tigers leaping through the sky, traveling at the speed of light. And also another song that I have pretty much copy-pasted is City of Stars from La La Land, which goes, a rush, a glance, a touch, a dance, to look in somebody's eyes to light up the skies. And these are pretty much what I wrote in the article as well, and they fit in perfectly. I've also kinda slightly modified a concept that was written in a song by Cesare Cremonini, which is an Italian songwriter, in his song Logico, atomic bombs ready to explode. And I wrote something similar, excited particles of atomic rays, because it refers to really the feeling that I have when, I don't know, I just think about my friendships and how I'm grateful for them. Another thing that I wanted to add is the latest two verses, I give and receive without expectations. That's a sentence that was given to me by my shaman when I did my ayahuasca. And also the sentence, I see the world with curiosity and awe. That's a sentence that my coach always tells me. And I conclude the article by saying, I love the all of you. And that is a motif from In the Meantime, which is a song by the Space Hogs, which, by the way, I didn't really know the song and didn't really know the group. I've actually came to know the song, which is a cover from the trailer of Guardian of the Galaxy, which is slightly different from the original song. The original song is very rock and roll sort of song, while the version used in the trailer of Guardian of the Galaxy 3 is pretty much like an epic version of it. And I actually like more that version than the original one, as it often can happen. So yeah, I guess this is all. Go check the article if you haven't already. And yeah, just remember that, at least according to my interpretation, there is really no originality. Originality really relies into putting things in a new way that you've experienced in the past through your own view of life.